What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be reacting to the third round draw for the AFC 2022 World Cup qualifiers. I know you guys have been waiting for this video, and I'll be waiting to do this video as well, okay? Because I'm probably one of the only persons, along with maybe some of my friends like Football Pharaoh, who has been really paying attention to the Asian World Cup qualifiers. So what we're gonna do, we are going to react to the third round draw and see who gets who in Group A and Group B, because there's only two groups, there's only 12 teams left, and 4 of these 12 teams will qualify directly, while the two third place teams from each group will go into a fourth round where they will meet, and the winner will then go on to the Intercontinental playoff to play a team from maybe CONCACAF. Well, the last time it was CONCACAF, and I think this time around it will be CONCACAF as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So guys, I want you to hold your horses here. Before we react to the third round draw, let's go back to 2018 to check out what happened. 2018 AFC World Cup qualifiers third round results. In Group A, Iran topped the group with 22 points. They qualified directly for the World Cup. South Korea, they got 15 points. They also qualified for the World Cup. Syria placed third above Uzbekistan, who also had 13 points, to make it to the fourth round where they met Australia, who also came in third, but we're going to get over there. And China's People's Republic, they got 12 points, almost enough to make it to the fourth round. And Qatar, who will host the 2022 World Cup, came in sixth in the group, and we all know Qatar has improved tremendously, even going on to win the last edition of the Asian Cup. In Group B, Japan topped the group with 20 points, Saudi Arabia second with 19 points. Both Japan and Saudi Arabia were at the 2018 World Cup. Australia, who came in third with an impressive 19 points, went on to the fourth round, beat Syria, went on to the Intercontinental playoff final, and beat Honduras, and they did qualify for the 2018 World Cup as well. UAE, fourth, 13 points, Iraq, fifth, 11 points, and Thailand, sixth with 2 points. So very, very impressive. Now we're gonna see who made it back and who didn't. So brace yourselves. Let's react to the 2022 AFC World Cup qualifying third round draw. I haven't seen it yet, so this will be a reaction for real. All right, current stage AFC third round. Let's click that and let's find out. Oh my God, I'm excited though. I'm really excited to see who's in Group A and who's in Group B. All right, Dominic, click it already. Okay, all right. Ooh, sweet, sweet, sweet. So Iran, South Korea, UAE, Iraq. So we're gonna have Iran versus Iraq again. That is good. Syria and Lebanon. Ooh, very, very heavy on the western side of Asia. Very heavy, with only South Korea from the eastern side making it to Group A. This is a tough group for South Korea. This is a really tough group. Listen, Group A is actually the group of death. It is tough. It is real tough. We know Iran struggled to make it to the third round. South Korea breezed through. UAE, they had a tough Southeast Asian group, but they came through. Iraq did well in Iran's group. Syria, they walked their group, and Lebanon were very, very lucky to get through. So, oh boy. I'm not gonna make early predictions, but I'm just gonna, just talk a little bit about this group, because it's a very, very tough group, where like Iraq looked good in the last round, but then the competition will be a lot stiffer in the third round. And Iran, if they don't get their act together for real, they could miss out on the 2022 World Cup. UAE, same goes for them. Syria, very impressive, but this is where the test comes. And I think Lebanon, it's safe to say that they just might not make it. I am going to underestimate Lebanon right now. But what we're going to do, we're going to move over to Group B, where we have Japan, Australia, Saudi Arabia, China, Oman, and Vietnam. I like that Vietnam made it to the third round. It shows that they are progressing. And it's nice to see China back in the mix. Oman are one of the teams that didn't make it to the third round back in 2018, and it's nice to see them included in the mix. But this is also a tough group where Japan, Australia, Saudi Arabia are the front runners to get the top 3 spots, but I don't think it will be a walk in the park at all. So it's really nice to see, and I'm actually very excited to do predictions for this one, but I won't be doing predictions right about now. All I know, it's not going to be easy. Nothing comes easy in World Cup qualifiers. Ask Australia. So guys, I made you a nice graphic so we could do a comparison of who made it to the third round in 2022 and who didn't. And if we check Group A, we could see that Iran and South Korea were also drawn in Group A back in 2018. And they both came in first and second to qualify directly for the World Cup. And as you guys could see, Syria are also in Group A once again with Iran and South Korea. So that would be a challenge. Uzbekistan, China, and Qatar are now replaced by Lebanon, Iraq, and the United Arab Emirates. Lebanon are the only team from Group A who didn't make it to the third round back in 2018. If we take a look at Group B back in 2018, you could see that Japan, Saudi Arabia, Australia, the UAE, Iraq, and Thailand were in that group. And if you check this group again, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Australia are back in Group B. There's something weird about that I actually do not like. China goes from Group A over to Group B. Oman, who didn't make it back in 2018, joins the party. And Vietnam replaces Thailand from Southeast Asia. So if you take a quick glance, the only new teams in the third round this time around are Lebanon, Vietnam, and Oman. All the others were there back in 2018. So could the new boys like Oman, Lebanon, and Vietnam pose a threat to the regulars like Saudi Arabia, Japan, South Korea, Australia, or even Iran? It's going to be a very, very difficult thing. Could teams on the fringe like China, like Syria, come through this time around, or let's say Iraq, and make it to Qatar 2022? It would be a nice thing to see, but it would be very, very difficult. Another question we could ask ourselves, are we going to see any debutants from Asia, where if Lebanon qualifies, they'll debut? If Oman qualifies, that'll be their debut as well. And if Vietnam makes the cut, that would also be their debut World Cup tournament. And not to forget, Syria, who almost made it to the 2018 World Cup. This would be an ideal time for them to make their debut at a FIFA World Cup. Another thing we have to ask ourselves, are there going to be any big teams like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Japan, South Korea to miss out on qualification? We shall find out in the next year or so. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and this is my reaction, a little comparison, a little analysis of the AFC 2022 World Cup qualifiers third round. If you're new around here and you enjoy the video, make sure you click the subscribe button. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know who you think would qualify. And from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks again. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. Namaste.